Hey guys, welcome to Denny's. Today we're going to be detailing everything coming in the upcoming mid-season patch for the first Descendant. More specifically, we're going to start out with the bigger stuff and finish it off with all the smaller stuff coming. This is something that I'm going to do for every single update that includes a Descendant or some piece of content. So if you like the content, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you feel that I have earned it, and let's jump into the video. But before we do, guys, I would like to mention that I am running a Ines Raya giveaway, actually two of them, over on Twitch if you want to go follow me there. It will be when she is released on the 16th. I'll be giving one away to a subscriber, and followers do have a chance to win one, the second giveaway. And don't forget to support me over on the Nexon Creator Program. It will be pinned in the comments below as the top pinned comment. That always helps me with the giveaways as well, so I massively appreciate you guys. Let's jump right into the video. All right, so first things first, this is going to be Ines Raya. This is the brand new Descendant coming with the mid-season update. She is an electric, singular, and tech Descendant focused on critting and AoE. This Descendant looks very fun, very mobile. Also, one of our first ever charged abilities, it looks like, is what she will have. Might do some damage. We don't know how good she's going to be from the footage. It does look like she's going to be relatively strong compared to some other releases, but we don't know until we get our hands on her. It's a very exciting look. She will be probably the most popular for the upcoming content as well, including, Void Erosion, the new boss, all the other stuff we're going to talk about in this video. So very exciting. She excels in a lot of that content, it seems. So yeah, super excited for this. I would like to know what you guys think. Are you guys excited for Ines Raya? Let me know down in the comments what your guys' thoughts are on her for sure. I think this is probably the most popular bit of content that is releasing. Obviously, a new Descendant will always be pretty important, but yeah, let's move on to the next bit. All right, now next up, we have the Void Erosion Control. This is the brand new mission type coming to the first Descendant. It is brand new endgame content. This is going to be for when you hit kind of towards the end of your game. This is going to be for more min-maxing your builds and your weapons and fine-tuning your weapons specifically. This mission is going to be a horde mode type mission with waves of enemies, and you have to kill them before the timer runs out. There is a little bar on the right-hand side. You can kind of see the gameplay footage in the background. There's a bunch of different Descendants that they use to do the gameplay. Me personally, I'm probably going to be bringing in Viessa, Lepic with his black hole grenade. I'm going to be bringing in Freyna most likely, Bunny, and definitely the new Descendant Ines Raya. And then I would probably recommend giving a try to Keelan, especially if the faction weaknesses are rotated. We don't know for sure. But yeah, it looks like a very promising bit of content. And that's actually going to segue us over to our next bit of content, which is going to be weapon core unlocking. So weapon core unlocking is going to be available from this specific mode. You're going to be getting loot and rewards that are going to be used in the weapon core unlocking system. The weapon core unlocking system is quite broad. You can upgrade your weapons to basically be better in every single way possible. So all the way from faction weakness all the way up to fire rate, weapon swap speed, etc. There is a ton. I should have a screenshot up on screen right now going over all the different things you can add to your weapon, and doing this mode will make it so that you can do that. The weapons will be quite a bit stronger in this update just because of this, but also segueing over to the next bit of content that's coming. It's going to be the buffs to weapons and adding an elemental archetype to their base damage. So all the weapons on screen are going to be getting an elemental type. You can see them grouped in their own categories. So fire, ice, or excuse me, cold, electric, and toxic. There is a bunch of things that this is going to do to the game. It's obviously going to buff the weapon's damage. It's going to make it so your builds synergize way more with these weapons, and it's going to buff a lot of the weak weapons, as you can see, that aren't really performing that well, other than obviously Greg's Reverse Fate. No idea why that's on there, considering how good it is, but we'll see. But yeah, this is a whole system, and obviously the bit of content where the weapons will be getting buffs is kind of all-inclusive. We are going to see massive amounts of min-maxing, and this is going to probably be very grindy, but it's something that I look forward to. This is my type of game, and that's why I've stuck with it this long, and don't want to go on a tangent here for too long, but that is what is coming as far as the weapon buffing, the weapon core unlocking, and the void erosion purge. So let me know what you guys think. I'm very excited for this specifically. Obviously, any type of new endgame content is exciting, but I can't wait to get more. Obviously, getting more powerful and powerful is obviously the goal in these games. So yeah, very exciting. And let's jump over to the next bit. So the next bit is going to be the brand new Void Abyss boss, the Defiler. So the Defiler looks like it's the Devourer's older brother. He's going to be a toxic focused boss. He's going to have a few mechanics, so he might be a little bit harder than Infernal Walker. He looks very promising. He's going to have these little canisters that come out and shoot a shield, just like Devourer does, except for we don't really see that mechanic anymore. So obviously not a lot of people are used to that, but you will have to destroy these canisters in order to get past probably some kind of phase in this fight. With the Defiler obviously comes, more difficulty, but also new skins. There will be new skins to obtain for free without any real money cost at all. You'll be able to earn vouchers and you'll be able to get the Defiler skins. They look kind of like him. They're a lot cooler than the Infernal Walker skins, in my opinion. I think that they fit the male body a little bit better, and they obviously look really good on the female Descendant bodies as well. So yeah, very exciting stuff. New Descendant, or excuse me, new boss, new skins that are free, and new reward system there. So that's very, very cool. Obviously, as far as the boss, him being toxic focused means Ines Raya is going to be probably a pretty good choice when it comes to fighting him, as well as Sharon and your Bunny. However, we don't know if Bunny is actually going to perform very well, obviously, because she's not much of a bosser. This might just be kind of like a add clear type thing if those canisters take extra damage from her. We'll have to wait and see. Wouldn't recommend throwing Bunny in there over Sharon and Ines Raya, though. And next up, we've got the hard special operations. They are changing the rotation of the hard SpecOps missions. So right now they're available in the Fortress Defense and the White Knight Gulch block hypermining. This is going to be changing. Block hypermining will be going to Sterile Lands, our old-time favorite from back when the game launched. A lot of people spent a lot of time there. We'll be heading back there to get our Descendant XP, and then jumping over to Echo Swamp for our weapon EXP. The SpecOps missions will be available in Echo Swamp on hard mode for the defense. This is a small change, but in my opinion, very good change to keep the game fresh. I think this is a very good idea, especially when you have such a grindy game on your hands. It's very good to rotate these types of things. I wish they would do it more with certain bits of loot and other things, but I digress. That is the content that is changing as far as the special operations changing. And to segue over to the upcoming Descendant reworks that will be coming, we've got Lunar, Valby, and Jayber. We're going to start it off with some background footage of Jayber here. You can see what they've done with Jayber's. They've made it so you can place his turret at will. You no longer need to despawn his turret, and they've made his gun. You can have a bit more bullets, a bit as in a ton. It looks like it houses a lot more ammo, and it does a massive AoE explosion whenever you shoot it. And pro hint, this is a singular ability, guys, so that does mean that non-attribute and singular is probably going to be a good go-to for Jayber. We're going to have to wait and see, but Jayber looks very promising. A lot of people are saying this is not enough. I'm really going to wait and see until we actually have builds and we've played him. This is what is exciting to me. For example, I believe Jayber is going to be the most exciting change out of all of these for me. But yeah, Jayber looking very good, very fun. Obviously, I have a soft spot for Jayber. I've always wanted him to be better, and it's looking like they might be doing that with this change. So yeah, a huge change, a complete rework to the way that Jayber's turret is handled, as well as his third ability. So looking forward to that. Let's jump over to the Valby rework. Now, for the Valby rework, what they have done is, one, they are going to be reworking one of her Transcendent mods. This is going to basically be, this is the water play mod. This is going to be an overhaul on how it works. They didn't quite show us how it's going to work just yet, but this is going to be a mystery for us jumping in, and hopefully it ends up being very strong, because that module definitely needs a little bit of love. Now, as far as what the main things that they've changed on Valby, other than that, you can see by the background footage, you can now double jump while you are inside of your third ability. So instead of being locked to the ground whenever you're using your third ability to coast around the ground and lay down your puddles, you now are able to double jump, single jump, or even double jump in that ability, which makes Valby so much more mobile than she was before. This alone is a fantastic change in my opinion, but I'm glad that they are doing a bit more. So other than that, they are adding the ability to stack the size of the bubble. So for example, your fourth ability now shoots separate bubbles. Whenever you shoot at a bubble in the update, you will see the bubble get bigger and bigger. It looks like they added quite a bit of ammo reserve to her bubble as well, or the potential at least, from what the background footage shows us. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And what they said is, depending on the amount of bubbles introduced, you will be able to see an explosion at the end of that ability. So the bubble will explode for damage. So kind of interesting to see. I'm really interested to see if the Bubble will be able to one-tap our favorite target dummy, Devourer. I'm just excited to see how much damage it'll do if you just absolutely juice it out with a ton of bubbles. But we don't know. It might be clunky depending on how long the bubble stays, if it tracks targets, etc. So we're going to have to wait and see, but it definitely looks like a very promising little mini rework there for some of Valby's abilities and changes. I like the changes a lot, but let's jump over to Luna. Now, jumping over to Luna, you're going to have to forgive me. I have not played a lot of Luna, so I'm not very experienced on the topic, but the main thing that people are happy about, it seems, is that she can now move freely just like Valby when she's on her little disco disc. She's going to be able to jump and double jump on her disco disc. So that is very cool. I think that that's a welcome change, any kind of mobility. Also, it looks like there's a little bit of change to how her damage works. Guys, I want to say I have not played Valby a whole ton, but it's something you can look forward to in the new update is going to be Luna, sorry. It's something that you're going to be able to look up forward to in the new update. Luna being a little bit more playable and maybe a little bit more mobile. Maybe she ends up getting a little bit more playtime. I know the devs were trying to get people to play her more because I think she is one of the least played Descendants. So there it is, a little bit of content there, the Luna rework you can see in the background footage. Again, apologies as I've not played her and I don't quite know how she works, so I couldn't quite understand what the changes really were doing, but she is getting reworked, so excitement ensues. All right, and then we're going to go over the update to advanced shape stabilizers. So you can now research and craft advanced shape stabilizers. They will take the regular shape stabilizers in order to craft them, as well as a ton of gold. So get ready to craft these guys. These are going to be very important for farming Ultimate Descendants in the future. Anything, fellows, descendants, weapons in the future. The advanced shape stabilizer, in my opinion, is one of the most important resources in the game. If you do not have everything farmed up already, it makes farming things so much easier. It reverses the percentage drop chance. If you would need a 3% drop, that 3% drop goes up to whatever the highest drop was on the table. So for example, a 38% drop in some cases. So yeah, the advanced shape stabilizer being able to be crafted and researched is absolutely huge. And this is a very underrated change in my opinion. It's why I included it in one of the bigger changes and why I think that yeah, it's a very exciting thing. It's to be able to craft this, because we used the only options before were to be able to get them from ETA 0 and to get them from the events. So nice to be able to have these, to be able to actually target farm these is fantastic. And now we're going to jump into a lot of these smaller changes. They're good changes, but nonetheless, they're quite small. So I wanted to, jumble them all together here in this section of the video. We'll go over the kind of smaller changes, as well as go over the event that will be starting whenever the season starts. So first and foremost, we've got the mission support system. What the mission support system is, in layman's terms, basically you can jump in to a kind of like heroes call board or champion board, like a quest board, and you'll see people that are basically looking for help. You'll be able to join up on them and you'll be able to help out. This basically makes it so you have infinite side quests, and this is going to make it so that anybody who's completely finished with the game can kind of act as a Sherpa to help others out, or maybe you can just help people out that are your same level and jump into some activities together for people that are on those quests. Now, not a huge change, but still a good one. Next up, we've got the ability to copy and paste loadouts. So what this means for now, guys, is we're going to be able to copy our own loadouts and paste them to other preset tabs within the Descendant modules section. They did state they are working on a way to copy and paste other people's Descendant loadouts to your own. However, there is no inspect system right now, so they did state that this will be coming in the future, but they're working on it now. It's not going to be here for the 16th, but if you're looking to kind of get the same idea for a second build that you have, as far as let's say you want a build on Kyle, but it's very similar but not the same, you can copy that first one, paste it to that second preset page, and then you'll be able to have a little bit of an easier start instead of going back and forth and looking at it. That way it's a little bit easier. So yeah, the module loadout copy paste is definitely a very welcome change. Now, next up, we've got the ability to play Frostwalker and Obstructer completely solo. These were the last two bosses other than Deathstalker that were not playable solo. So if you want to jump into the void battle of Obstructer or Frostwalker, if you've got a ton of amorphous patterns and you didn't want to go into random groups, you can now solo these guys. And I wish you guys luck on all your Catalyst blueprints, because that is probably what you're going to be going for when you go and jump in and solo these guys, especially after getting all those heavy ion collectors. But let's jump over to the next bit of content. This is going to be the limited weapon trade. Now, this isn't really what it sounds like. This is going to be the ability to get the Battle Pass weapons from earlier seasons. So starting off on the 16th, we will be able to get the Sigvor's Proof launcher that was available from the preseason Battle Pass. This is a launcher, and to be quite frank, it sucks. But hey, you can get it. It gives you mastery rank. Congratulations. If you didn't have it, you're now going to have a little bit more mastery rank. So that's that. Not too much to talk about there. It's a launcher that's coming back, and they will start doing this every season, it looks like, bringing back the old Battle Pass weapons, which is awesome. Obviously, to limit those behind the Battle Pass is quite frustrating. So it's nice that at least they will be coming out at some point, and there's no FOMO. Jumping over to the next small features, we've got the back weapon hide option. This is basically as simple as it sounds. You're going to be able to hide the weapon on your back if you don't want the weapon to show on your back. Let's say you got a big nasty rocket launcher back there. I don't know why you'd use one right now because they suck again. Sorry if I'm being mean to the rocket launchers, but you probably wouldn't. But yeah, you can now hide that now if you want to show your Descendants back, which I don't know why you'd want to show your Descendants back in this game. That's weird. Anyway. Next up, we've got display friends recent login time. So this is going to basically just show you when your friends logged in. Simply put, that is as simple as it gets. You'll be able to see your friends the last time they logged in, how long they haven't touched grass, or rather the opposite, and you'll be able to know when your homies are on. So that is a nice little change there. And then next up, they are going to be removing some of the immunity from the orbs, the spheres. So a lot of bosses have those, spheres still, which are okay. They're not, if you're playing VS, you just shoot one first ability up there and they'll be gone. But they're going to be removing the immunity that those spheres get, it seems like, on a few bosses. Not every boss. They just said certain named bosses. So a lot of those immunities, phases on those orbs are going to be getting removed, which is awesome. And then they are, lastly, for the small changes before we jump into the Lunar New Year event, they are adding a launcher range module. So we don't quite know what this is yet. We did not get any information on this. I'm guessing it's what it sounds like. You're going to be able to get some more range with launcher, or maybe it might be a mistranslation as far as you could be getting more explosive ATK. We don't know for sure. We're going to have to wait and see for this one, but they did put it in the list of improvements under the second update detailed review. So yeah, all those small changes, very welcome changes. I'm very excited for each and every one of them personally. As small as the mission support system, as big as Ines, I'm very excited. But let's jump into the Lunar New Year event and kind of talk about what that's going to have. So the Lunar New Year event is going to be starting on January 16th as soon as the patch goes live, is my guess. Now, this is probably going to be a lot like previous events. We've seen the events get juicier and juicier as time has gone on. We've gotten a ton of loot, a ton of everything, really. Cosmetics, power progression items, catalysts, energy activators. So what this one will be running for is right around a month. It goes from January 16th all the way until February the 13th. They've put in the New Year's event page that it's going to give us exchange, crystallization catalyst, advanced shape stabilizers, boost, etc. You're gonna be able to exchange weapon boxes again, energy activators. So the weapon boxes will most likely have your mats for your catalysts, etc. And then the social motions, which probably means sprays and emotes, as well as back attachments and sprays. Yep, there it is. So back attachments is probably the most notable one as far as what we're going to be receiving from this event as far as cosmetics, and then as far as power progression, getting those CC, those crystallization catalysts, and the energy activators is going to be quite nice, as well as the advanced shape stabilizers. I love events. I will be making a video on the event probably when it goes live, so everybody knows what to get and what to do. But yeah, that is the Lunar New Year event. Since we're talking about the event, we will segue over to the skins that are going to be coming with the event. So the skins, there's going to be 4 different skins available with the event. They showcase them, and basically what this is going to be is kind of like a Lunar New Year's focused, obviously, skin setup. So we get 3 female skins and 1 male skin. We're going to have the kind of Chun-Li alike, kind of look-alike skin there. Then you've got the traditional Korean dress skins, it looks like there. And then the male skin will kind of get like a skin that looks like Raiden, like a cyborg Raiden from Mortal Kombat or something. It looks very, very cool. You can kind of see they showed gameplay footage of the 3 female skins, but they did not show footage of the male skin. I wonder why that would be. It's very weird, but anyway, yeah, very exciting. I love the skins that are going to be coming out. I'm definitely going to be getting the Raiden skin. I don't know. I'll probably get the Chun-Li look-alike skin for some Descendants that I don't like wearing their base skins or their premium skins. But either way, gotta love the introduction of new skins, especially when they are seasonal focused like this. This is just really, really cool, and I look forward to all the different seasonal focus skins they come out with. It's a very, very promising art team they have, so I'm very excited for the skins that are going to be coming with that. That just about wraps it up, guys. I appreciate if you made it this long. Let me know in the comments if you guys are excited for the update on the 16th. I am stoked. I'll be live on Twitch. I'll be giving away Ines Raya, 2 of them actually, if you guys want to follow me over on Twitch. And yeah, don't forget to join me on the Nexon support program, because everything that I get on there will be directly given back to you guys via giveaways. So I seriously appreciate all the support you guys have given me. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comments on the skins, the changes, what your favorite changes. And yeah, man, I hope to see you guys there over on Twitch on the 16th. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day, night, wherever you're at. But I'm out of here, guys. Peace out. Goodbye.